Crawford or Errol Spence? Can they beat David Benavidez or Canelo Alvarez seriously? What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Corner Red Sports. Let's talk about it. So, recently, David Benavidez gave an interview, and he revealed some potential fights that he was offered. I just want to break down what he had to say, give my 5,000 nickels on whether Terence Crawford or Errol Spence Jr. can actually beat Canelo or Benavidez. For anybody or live.
He did mention he one fighter. He wanted me to go down to 160 to fight Crawford. I'm like, bro, I cannot do that. I mean, if I would be able to make 160, that would have been amazing. But I can't. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't remember the last time I weighed 160. But that being said, that means these guys are really trying to make, big fights happen.
So, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, David Benavidez, Canelo Alvarez. What's really going on?
Tonight at 8 on BET, I go before a national audience of over 500 people.
So Benavidez recently gave an interview, and he said that he was approached by a certain group that were trying to put an event together for August of 2024, and he said he had to turn it down because he's contractually obligated to things with PBC. But it brought up an interesting question because he said reluctantly, but he did reveal that one of the names that was brought up was Terence Crawford.
You human piece of cow flop!
A potential fight with Terence Crawford, but he said he would have been interested in it if it wasn't at 160.
And I can say this because you're my friend. I believe I'm developing some man boobs.
He said he can't remember the last time he actually was able to make 160 pounds, so it's pretty much an impossibility for him to fight Crawford at that weight. Now, let's just hypothetically say that Benavidez and Crawford fought at that weight. Could Crawford actually deal with Benavidez at that weight, or even at 168, or beyond? Could Crawford actually even do anything with Benavidez? And furthermore, could Crawford do anything with Canelo Alvarez at 160, 168?
They ran the treyway on me. Against my will, I was screaming, no, stop. But they just kept treywaying me.
And could Errol Spence actually potentially give those guys a run for their money at 160 or 168? Which one of those two guys, Spence or Crawford, could give the better showing to Benavidez or Canelo?
You know where that come from? Watching that damn TV.
Now, let's start off with Benavidez. He's a very big guy, strong power puncher, has some finesse on his game. Haven't watched a lot of his fights, but seen a little bit of Benavidez. And I think it would be a tall task. I really want to see Terence Crawford at 154 first, just to see how he handles the power. And, the bigger guys, whether his punch has pop on it or not at 154.
Oh, shit!
Or is he just beating guys at 154 with finesse? Basically using his boxing skills to, out-talent some of these 154 fighters. Because I think a lot of people are going to say that Errol Spence has no chance with either one of those guys because of the way Crawford did him at 147.
Hey, let me say something.
Even though I think a lot of people are a little delusional because, listen, by his own admission, Errol Spence couldn't make 147 anymore. But he decided to give fans what they wanted. That whole Terence Crawford fight, it shouldn't have never came into fruition in the first place, at least not at 147. They should have pushed it out to 154. But, fans would have never let that go because of what was on the line with the Undisputed. So, I think that people, when they say that Terence Crawford is so much better or so much greater than Errol Spence and this, that, and the third about Errol Spence, they're just not being realistic or logical about the fact that the man just couldn't make the weight anymore.
There's a difference. Passionate.
No, you know what? You're just as crazy as the people on Twitter. No.
And he could still have a very lucrative and long career at a higher weight. You just got to look at what happened to Canelo Alvarez when he fought Floyd Mayweather. You know, that could have been the end of his career if Canelo listened to fans.
Well, fuck you then, punk.
If he was just going off what the fans say, his career was over after that Floyd Mayweather fight. But what, like 10 years later, you know, umpteen millions of dollars later, he is the face of boxing. He's the highest paid boxer out there. So I would never count Errol Spence out in these situations. I think he would have a better chance of beating Canelo than Benavidez, just because Benavidez is so much bigger than these guys. And
I mean, this is some shameful shit.
in all actuality, I'm the type of person who says weight classes are for a reason. Like, I don't think these guys even belong in the ring together because the weights are so far off. The same reason that Charlo didn't do well versus Canelo is because, hey, the weights are just too far off. You didn't take a tune-up fight at Canelo's weight. You just tried to jump in there and dare to be great, which doesn't work 90% of the time. Damn. So, which one of those two guys would I ride more with to beat Canelo or Benavidez?
I better use my strong hand.
I think that Benavidez would most likely do the best against both of those guys. I think that Terence Crawford would have some showings against Canelo, but I think Canelo's power would eventually, reign supreme. I would say the same thing for Errol, but Errol, I think because he's slightly naturally more bigger, I think he might last a few more rounds with Canelo or Benavidez, but I think eventually the tail of the tape would be that Canelo and Benavidez most likely would beat both of those guys.
What kind of bullshit is this?
Now, I'm not saying that that's the end story. Like I said, Errol Spence can come back and be 10 times better than he was before the Crawford fight. We just don't know. Things have to play out the way they play out.
Stop talking about you rapping so you don't want to get a job.
I mean, we gotta know where this money going to.
You're not making no money no rapping. Go get a job.
I mean, we gotta know where this money going to.
Stop laying up in that girl crib. Stop laying up in your mom crib.
I mean, we gotta know where this money going to.
Stop being a bum. Stop being a hobbyist rapper. Talking about I rap this. No.
I mean, we gotta know where this money going to.
You rap and smoke weed or get high and everything, but you ain't got no job. Go get a job.
I mean, we gotta know where this money going to.
Stop laying up in people's shit because you're not making no money off of rap.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about all that down in the comment section below. Hit that like button for me, share, subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. But you're more than likely to get a response on the tubes or holler at me over there. If you want to collab or feature a product of your channel on my channel, feel free to hit my Gmail because it is aflacocards@gmail.com. And we are mad in.
Don't try this at home.
I don't know shit about boxing.
I got a plan, better yet a blueprint, 100,000 CDs trying to start a movement. Mama told me pray about it, you can do it. Daddy told me they won't give you shit, you gotta prove it. So I'm back with my true shit, me against you like a bat against a toothpick. But yet I'm still on my cool shit, calming niggas down when they wanna pop a few clips. And leave your brains on your collarbone. Have your ass all gone like Carter Holmes. If you're feeling like I'm fly, you are not alone. But you a bitch, get your runway model on. I'm fly. You ain't never heard a track this clean. You ain't never heard a flow this mean. You ain't never seen a nigga this high. You ain't never seen a nigga this fly in a set of wings. I'm fly than you ever seen. I'm fly than them other guys. I'm flyest motherfucker alive. Show a player love when I approach ya. Bang on tracks, keep my mic in a holster. Your boy ain't missing, but his face on posters. A young fresh nigga, bad as fly as a vulture. I stay around dead guys, try and make my bread rise. Potent marijuana, give me red eyes. And I ain't lying, you can smell it on me. I ain't let the bouncer hit it, so he telling on me. Nigga run along and tell your homies. I don't even know your homie, I can tell you phony. My guest list keeps some felons on it. It's like my lid got helicopter propellers on it. I'm fly. You ain't never heard a track this clean. You ain't never heard a seen a nigga this high. You ain't never seen a nigga this fly. Fly than a set of wings. I'm fly than you ever seen. I'm fly than them other guys. I'm flyest motherfucker alive. I'm fly than the motherfucker. I'm fly than the motherfucker.